Michael, what's up? You are on the Crash Report. What's up, man?
It's Monday, and I'm out of beer.
Let's talk American Dog real quick. I see you guys are under new management.
Yeah, we just signed a new thing with When Pigs Fly Entertainment.
That is ran by Doug Goldstein. He used to be with Guns N' Roses, right?
Yeah, he managed them for 17 years. I met him back when I was living in L.A. originally. Because the band I was in, Soul Dog, was signed to Cap. It was the same label that Guns N' Roses were on, so we'd run into each other in the halls there.
So how did him working with American Dog come about?
Just he's starting a new company. I mean, it used to be called, when he was working with Guns N' Roses, the corporation was called BFD, which stands for Big Fucking Deal. Now he's starting a new corporation after taking a little time off after Guns N' Roses. Kind of got, 17 years of Guns N' Roses would wear you out, let's face it.
Oh, right, dealing with Axl for that long.
So took a sabbatical and moved to Hawaii for a while. And then, you get the itch to get back into music, and that's what he's doing. He started a new corporation, and we're one of his first bands he signed.
So you guys have been in touch since you were in your old band then?
Well, yeah, I mean, I met him back then for the first time, and, basically perseverance on my part of never quitting, never giving up, and never going to be one of those lame-os that plays in a cover band, helped work for me.
Right. So I see you guys are the backup band for Derek St. Holmes coming up here in just a couple months.
Yeah, we're doing one show with him. I've always been a big Ted Nugent fan, and Derek sang on those first three the solo Ted Nugent albums, Ted Nugent, Free for All, and Cat Scratch Fever. And, he's been a great singer. He's back with Ted Nugent now, but Ted doesn't tour during hunting season. So he only tours during the summer. So during that, hunting season, Derek wants to go out and play. So he's going to play a show. It's in Wapakoneta, Ohio, which is over by Lima. That's on Saturday, November 9th. And we're going to be, we're learning an hour and a half of Ted Nugent songs.
Oh, are you going to be doing any vocals during the show at all?
Well, yeah, I'll probably be doing the background vocals. But, I mean, American Dog, we'll play our own show first. We'll play for like an hour 15. And then Derek will come on, and we'll do an hour and a half of Ted Nugent songs with him singing with us.
That is very, very cool. I'm sure you guys are really excited to do that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I grew up on Ted Nugent back in the days of listening to 8-track tapes, Double Live Gonzo was like my favorite record growing up in school.
Yeah. I see you guys have done 12 European tours.
Yeah, our European labels have always been French. I mean, that was the first place I ever gave us a break was France. Our first record, Last of the Dying Breed, was on the Axe Killer label, which is based out of Paris. And once you start there on a French label, of course they're going to have you tour over there. So every year we'd go back because a record ain't going to sell if you're not playing live on it. So we'd go over there every year and play.
Do you guys have a fan base? Would you say your fan base over there is bigger than it is here in the States?
Oh, yeah, much bigger.
So that's how you guys have gotten to tour over there so much then. But,
yeah, I mean,
what's that?
It's European audience, man. It's like rock never went away. It's like, it's weird because the United States is the country that invented rock and roll,
right?
And it's just like it's secondhand news over here these days. Rap and all that horse shit seems to be bigger.
You guys have done quite a bit of U.S. touring though too, haven't you?
No, not nearly as much. We've only toured around the Midwest. As far as we've got Texas back. I mean, we've done a couple in San Francisco, but those were like private parties for people that were really big fans. But other than that, it's been, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan. You're right here in the Midwest mostly.
Right. Your latest full-length album, Poison Smile, how was that? How was the reception of that?
It's our biggest selling record. As far as, which is amazing with all the downloading horseshit that's going on these days. That our physical copies of that have sold more than any other one.
Wow.
We did like, I think, 50 or 60 shows in Europe on it. And, we haven't done as many shows in the States on it, though. We've probably only done 50 shows in the United States in the last 2 years.
How would you say that American Dog has evolved from Last of a Dying Breed up to Poison Smile?
I think we had a lot more southern rockish sound to us at the beginning, and I think as we've gone on, it's gotten to a more of a hard rock, heavy metal sound. If you were to listen to like the Dying Breed, it's got a lot like Dog's Life and Drank Too Much and those kind of fun party songs. But I think that what we're doing is reflecting what we see as we've lasted longer and longer. We played bigger and bigger places, especially in Europe, and we played with more hard rock and heavy metal bands. So it's the sound has evolved into just a straight to get hard rock, which would fit more with like a Rose Tattoo or a Saxon or a Ted Nugent style.
Right. You guys seem to release a new compilation album every few years. The last one was Merry Christmas Asshole, right?
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
What is all included in these compilation discs that come out every so often?
Well, what we try to do is just have some fun. We're kind of like weird. We've got this correlation with the Grateful Dead, and Grateful Dead always put out these live albums all the time. Well, every time we put out a live album, we like to do it like our own way. Instead of taking all that fancy recording equipment out to a club full of drunks, we like to take the drunks to us. And we, like, for instance, we'll go right to our studio, where we record, which is right now Sonic Lounge with Joe Veers down in Grove City, and we'll invite some of our closest friends down to the studio, and we'll play a live set right there. It's cheaper for us, we have the budget to do it that way.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about things being. We can listen to it right there and make sure the recording is coming out good, and we'll do that. And then the live album, which are always in demand. We always sell out of live albums. It's like we only print like 1,000 each of them,
Mm-hmm.
So 1,000, we sell them all, and that keeps the machine rolling, and that gives us enough money to return around to do a real studio album. And Merry Christmas Asshole, we thought it'd be fun, so we packaged it in like a little Christmas box around the CD. Mm-hmm. And we did one new studio track, and that was Merry Christmas Asshole. So there's that song plus a clean version for radio, and then we just did the live set. And the live set on Merry Christmas Asshole, none of those songs have been released live on any of our other live albums.
I have the only live album from you guys. I have Foaming at the Mouth. It's a very, very good live album.
Yeah, that was done in John Schwab Studios, which is over there like where Merry Melodies used to be, back down in there.
Is that did that one sell pretty well when it first was released?
Yeah, that one actually got picked up by a couple labels. We self-released that. That also was on the Outlaw label out of Canada, which was our old manager's label, and then it came out on the German label, Phoenix. So that one's, you can still get the German copy. It's still around.
You guys have two DVD releases, and then I think you have an album that, like a special edition set that has a DVD included in that too.
Yeah, good job. And you're on it. You got it down. We released two DVDs on the road, All Over the Road, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And then the French label we're on now, Bad Reputation, we did a live one called Hard on the Road. We did it. So when you fold the cover right in half, where it folds with the crease, it says Hard on one side and the road to the other side.
That's awesome.
That's like a live show. You get the DVD of the show, and then there's also the CD with it.
Do you guys have any new DVD releases coming out anytime soon?
No, it'll be a while on that, because like right now, new management, our goal right now, we've talked this over with management, is like what we're going to do is book no more live shows for this year. We have like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 shows for the rest of the year. That's it. We'll do those. And we have to concentrate on writing the new album, next studio record, which will be then hopefully be done by January, February at the very latest. So it'll be ready for a spring, summer release, and then we'll be able to tour on that, do some big stuff instead of the clubs.
Are you guys, is American Dog successful enough for you guys to make a living off of being in the band?
No, not up to this point. We all have day jobs. But that's because of our stubbornness of playing only original music. I mean, it's you got to really think the long term if you're going to do rock and roll. Like I said, you know, if it would have, like now we got this real management company, we'll get a real tour, and hopefully now we won't have to work day jobs. But you got to look at, it's really quite a gamble if you're going to do all original music. Like I said, if we would have been doing cover songs or like all these fucking tribute blues horse shit that play nothing but, you know, other people's music, well, we would make more money in that short term playing all these clubs. And more people would come out because, wow, I know that song. You get these idiots to go, I never heard none of them songs before when you play, you know.
Right.
Well, you know what? That would have been great for the short run, but we wouldn't have been signed by Guns N' Roses management if we were playing all cover songs.
And All Over the Road, Volume 1, there is a clip of you bathing a dog.
Yeah, that's my day job. That's my day job. I work at a dog grooming shop.
Is that how the name American Dog came along?
No, not really. It's just a lucky coincidence. It's all dogs all my life, it seems like. But no, it's just like slang. We were all working construction at the time when the band formed.
Oh, okay.
And so it was just like, you know, an American dog, you know. Like if we were from France, it would be French dog. But it was just like, you know, a working dog, that kind of slang.
I have seen you guys perform 3 times, and every single time it has been a different performance. The first time you guys were opening for Cinderella at the LC in Columbus, and that was more of a just song after song. And then the last time I seen you guys was with Airborne, and that was more of a like a jam session on stage, more or less, just an extended jam. How do you guys decide what kind of show you're going to do going into it?
Well, we just, like we were playing at the time, you know, whatever mood we're in, but, you know, there are certain songs that are kind of like what you call the hits we have to do. Mm-hmm. Like Sometimes You Eat the Pussy is pretty popular. But now we couldn't play Sometimes You Eat the Pussy with that show with Cinderella because that was an outside thing. And the people who run at Promo West asked us if we wouldn't, you know, do it, you know, profanity.
Right.
And which is fine. It's their thing, and I don't mind, you know. It's like, you know, I don't mind. Promo West people have been great to us. Mm-hmm. So it's like one of those things, you just, you know, we got plenty of songs. That's a hit. And I don't remember I drank too much, kind of a hit. And
that's my favorite American Dog song, Drank Too Much.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this, but that's an old Salty Dog song that never made the record.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very, very cool. What happened? How long ago, or how long were you in Salty Dog?
From the beginning till the end. That band was formed probably in, I'm thinking, 85 or 86, and we put the one record out in 1990. It came out January of '90, and then it, you know, probably broke that up. Probably it was done in '94.
And then American Dog, you guys formed, what, late 90s?
98.
98. All right, Michael, one more question for you. How often does everybody in American Dog get wasted?
Well, you know, it's okay. It's kind of like George Thorogood. You kind of over-exaggerate the amount of drink. We like to drink beer, but you know, it's a job. You got to do it right. Nothing worse than going to see a band play and they're fucking drunk and they can't play for shit.
Right, exactly.
They're ripping you off. Those are assholes that don't care about their fan base. We do drink beer, but we don't get drunk till we're done. You know, there's a big difference. So it's kind of exaggerated in the songs. You know, like I'll drink to that and I drank too much. You know, it's just like George Thorogood songs. He's not drunk when he performs on stage. He'll get drink afterwards.
Right.
And that's what we do. So, you know, it all depends on what you got. You know, if you're on the road, like when you're doing 30 shows in a row, 28 shows in 30 days or something, you just can't do it.
Oh, right, exactly.
So, it's, you know, it's just one of those things. It's fun. And sure, I'll be drunk afterward, but we show up sober. We show up on time. We do our job. We'll drink a few beers, but not till we're done do we really get carried away.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, Michael. This is Michael Hannon from American Dog. And, Michael, where can everybody check out American Dog's music at? AmericanDog.us, and it's available on iTunes and all those kind of places. And we appreciate you not illegally downloading it. People who illegally download music are killing their favorite bands. You're not gonna download shit you don't want, right? Right.
So you're only hurting the people you fucking like. So, you know, you're an asshole if you do that.
Well, thank you very much for